Welcome to Dark Souls with Exosuits. This is Mortal Shell, an action RPG that is very, very, very unforgiving. You get the point. Currently in the Mortal Shell beta, there are two usable exosuits or shells. You don't level up your character in this game, but you level up the shells that you find throughout. Each shell possesses unique attributes and skills that will help you not die and kill better. The first shell is Taro, the Vassal, which is your standard middle ground class, while the other is Taro Lannister? Either way, the other shell is a more agile character, emphasizing dodging at the cost of lower health and resolve. Each shell has unique skills that help you in battle, but before you can start unlocking them, you must learn the shell's name. You can do this by paying some tar to a mask lady, which is also where you spend your glimpses to level up your skills. If you lose all your health when in a shell, you will be knocked out of it, becoming an empty shell, and temporarily freezing time around you, allowing you to get back up and re-enter your shell, or reposition yourself. When you are in this empty shell state, you have 1 HP and won't be as cool looking. For life, you can only re-enter a shell once before actually dying. Going back to skills, so far they provide little unique passives, such as the chance to not take health damage when hit, or you can stay hard longer. Wink. Okay, back up. Stay hard longer? There's a skill in the game called Harden, which every character can use, and basically every couple of seconds, you can use the skill to freeze yourself in place, turn into stone, and you will take little to no damage on the next hit. If an enemy hits you when you are hard, they have a possibility of getting staggered, which then opens them up for more attacks. You can combo hard into your attacks to stop yourself mid-animation to block an enemy attack, and immediately hit them with your own. Other than dodging, this is your bread and butter in combat because parrying sucks. Parrying allows you to block attacks and open them up for a riposte if you have enough resolve. After successfully parrying an attack with enough resolve, you can perform a riposte which does a lot of damage and heals you. It's honestly a very good thing to use to heal your character, as there isn't a health flask in the game like in Dark Souls, but instead there are regenerating mushrooms around the map that slowly heal you over time. I just hate parrying because I'm bad at it. Now, what the heck is Resolve? Resolve is another resource that builds up by dealing damage, allowing you to perform powerful weapon skills or riposte. Weapon skills are skills used by weapons that are very skillful and strong. Currently there are only 2 usable weapons in the game, the hollow sword and the hammer and chisel. One lets you get extended range with the spear, and one lets you spin around and throw knives. Much like the shells in the game, the weapons perform different functions. The sword is an all-arounder, while the hammer and chisel is a faster, lower damage, lower stamina cost weapon. It is important to note that no weapon is shell locked, and any shell can use any weapon. One thing that I'm not a fan of personally, since it is a bit restricted on your playstyle, is that you're unable to change your weapons or shells freely. There are set points around the map that will allow you to switch between shells or weapons. This is the only way for you to swap other than pick up your dead lifeless shell from a previous life. This will also change your shell and weapon to whatever you were using then. And the only way to switch shells is by using an effigy, which will transform you into a specific shell. There are items that you will find lying around the map, and as possible drops after defeating enemies. Some of which will respawn over time, such as the healing mushrooms or the other mushroom that gives you poison damage. Other items include things that let you get tar, glimpses, or transform you into a different shell. Some items even let you play sick riffs. Overall, the game is unique in the sense that it gives you a class in a Souls-like game, but in the same way, it is also restrictive to your playstyle, as it does limit your character's looks, stats, and skills. There also doesn't seem to be any other form of combat aside from melee. The game is still in beta, so they might be adding more, and currently there are only 4 shells in the game that can be seen from the menu. I do have to give the game some credit though. It is visually a very pretty game. The mobs and bosses have a rather interesting design, and the shells are stunning to look at. Each one of them have their own beautiful design linked to their own story, which you can find out more by unlocking their name and skills. I can honestly say that this will give a Souls fan a run for their money, providing a different kind of experience with familiar gameplay. Peace!
Goodbye for now.